Let's solve the following system of linear inequality. We'll begin with the first inequality. We have 4x minus 1 less than or equals to 0. So we'll transpose 1 to the right hand side to get 4x less than or equals to 1. So here we want to make the coefficient of x 1. For that we'll have to divide both sides with positive 4. But before doing that, let me state a property of inequality. Let's say if we have two numbers a and b such that a is less than or equals to b, and we have another number c, and c is a positive number, then if we divide a with this positive number and also b with the same positive number c, then the sign of the inequality is not going to change. That means a over c will be less than or equals to b over c. Then in that case, we're going to divide by the positive number 4, and this is not going to affect the sign of the inequality. So that means we'll have x less than or equals to 1 over 4. So let's label this as number 1. Now we'll come to the second linear inequality. We have 3 minus 4x less than 0. So we'll transpose 3 to the right hand side. So that gives us negative 4x less than negative 3. Now we want to make the coefficient of x1. For that we'll have to divide both sides with negative 4. But here we have to be careful. That means if we have, let's say, a less than b, and we have a negative number c which is less than 0, then in this particular case, if we divide a with this negative number c and also b with the same negative number c, then the sign of the inequality changes. That means a over c will become greater than b over c. So we are going to divide with negative 4. So that means we have negative 4x divided by negative 4. So our inequality will change. So on the right hand side, we have negative 3 divided by negative 4. So this gives us x greater than 3 over 4. Let's label this as number 2. Now we need to find a solution. That means find a value of x which satisfies both the two inequalities. So for that we are going to consider a number line. On the number line we have 1 over 4 and 3 over 4. This is 0. So here for the first solution, that means number 1, we have to consider all the values of x that is less than or equals to 1 over 4. So that means we will consider x equals to 1 over 4 and consider all the values of x less than 1 over 4. That means it's going to lie to the left of x equals to 1 over 4 and go up and extend all the way up to negative infinity. Now for the second inequality, we have to consider all the value of x which is greater than 3 over 4. So that means we will consider all the values of x. So 3 over 4 is not included. So here I have used a bubble. So we'll consider all the values of x that is greater than 3 over 4, then lying to the right of 3 over 4 and extending all the way up to positive infinity. Now in this particular case, we see that there is no intersection between the two solutions, or we can say there is no common solution. That means there is no solution for x which is going to satisfy both the two linear inequalities.